talk about the Catholic Church for a second. I was thinking about how the Catholic Church knows they're really the governing entity for exorcisms. Now, of course, you have other practitioners of exorcisms like witches, warlocks, and so forth that have knowledge of a proper exorcism, but the Catholic Church, it's a little misleading, should I say, because outside the Catholic Church is the Catholic Church. But on the inside, it's a completely different animal. It makes one, or it should make one, wonder how and why. But, just like with everything else, people just see what they want to see. And this is one of those situations. How can something so pure and holy, allegedly, is capable of doing exorcisms? I question that shit. Like, how do they know what to do? How does it know about who the demons are and what they are? How does it know all of this stuff? And of course, people are going to say, well, it's the Catholic Church. They know all. No, question that shit. How do they know? They know so much about it. How? And of course, you have to learn all sides of everything in order to be able to fight it. Of course, that's going to be their reason. Sure. But they know all too well. So my thought process is that they're inside that. It's inherent. The knowledge that they have, they didn't teach it to themselves. They didn't learn it from somewhere. That information had to be homegrown. They knew that information already. They have known for a long time how to perform exorcisms. How did they get that information? By experimentation, kind of how the Nazis did in the eugenics that they were trying to achieve. Was it that way? Makes you wonder. But we need to think about how they will literally kill people. The Vatican has to approve exorcisms. Now, of course, we always have heard that the biggest lie ever told, or the biggest lie, is the devil proving that he doesn't exist. Well, we know that he does, and he is a legion under his emperorship. We know that there's evil out there to combat the good, and on the face of that, it has to be something that lures people in. And what lures people in? Good stuff. Things that appear good, feel good. So of course, that's the face that they took. Naturally, on the inside though, in their tunnels, spatially speaking, in the tunnels of the Vatican, deep below, there's an archive that is so fucking secure, it rivals Fort Knox, if not better than Fort Knox. You have to be completely authorized to be able to visit those layers. And even still, there are areas that not even the outside has been. There are some that, okay, well, this is what it is. It's just books and shit. No, there's a lower level below that. That is some serious shit. They're holding so much old things that we should have access to. Knowledge that is from the beginning of time, like all kinds of shit. ET evidence, communications with them. I'm telling you, it's things that the world doesn't take seriously, and they should be. But that's the job of the devil, to convince the world that he doesn't exist. And that's what the Catholic Church does. So we need to put all of these things together. 2 and 2. It does equal 4, as I always say. We need to look deeper. We need to understand. Now, there are some people who really, truly just like, I don't want to know, I don't want to know, I don't want to know. Okay, that's on you. That's something that you have to deal with. But at the same time, we need to know, because it's what's controlling our world. We're thinking that we have this positive force that controls a lot, and a lot of people's actions and ways of thinking. There's a whole lot of that power that comes from the Catholic Church. Just by action and deed, not even by actual law, which is the craziest part, but that's how the devil works. He doesn't have to do anything. People do the work for him. So we need to think about that. We need to consider these things when we're talking about the good of the Catholic Church. Yeah, that's only on the outside. It's a facade. There's no good about the Catholic Church. They're intolerant. They teach bigotry. They're just using the face of God as their facade, just so people can be lured in to do that work. And think about how people are. Oh God, I can go into so many different examples of that. Like, they don't believe in divorce. So there's so many people out here who are cheating on their spouses and doing all of these things because they don't want to go through divorce because the Catholic Church looks down upon that and so forth and so on. They're forced to stay with these people. Like, are you serious? Then I guarantee you, like, the majority of the people that are like this or that want to get a divorce, they're beating their spouses because they hate them and don't want to be with them anymore. Probably a Catholic or have some leanings. But again, they have so much control that we just don't get it. We see it. It's there. I see it. I don't see why anyone else doesn't see it. But it is getting out of hand, and we're not paying attention, and we're not doing the things that we're supposed to do. We're supposed to expose them and find the real information, get the real information. It's ours. It's our world's history. But, of course, as the Catholic Church always does, it's a level of control. They need to be able to control the narrative so that they can accomplish whatever it is that they're ultimately trying to accomplish, which is population control. It's control over the world, period. That's all it is. Like, it's very simply that. Can't muddy that. It's very clear. Look how much control they do have over the world's people. If the truth were out that the Catholic Church is what it is, the true form of it, as well as the methods, everything is basically a lie, then what next? What would they do? What would happen? The devil's world would crumble. He would have to start his reign over. Of course, he has the incoming Antichrist. Sure. But he's going to be working with the Catholic Church. That's how that works. The two greatest powers, this Antichrist and the Catholic Church. It's crazy. But it is what it is. These things are real. We just don't want to see them as real because we've been brainwashed to see the facade. So anything outside of that, we don't question. We just pass it off as just ludicrous fallacies or heresy or occult bullshit. No, there's truth in all of that. And we just need to see the truth. The whole truth. And nothing but the truth in all of it.